Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Max AC channel. For this month's theme, we will be doing another round of AniMay, where we'll be making 4 more recipes inspired by 4 different animated pieces of entertainment. For this week's episode, we will be making some Lucky Lunch from Stardew Valley. For this recipe, you will need 6 cups or so of water for boiling, a half cup of fresh lime juice from about 4 limes, some kosher salt, 12 ounces or so of large or extra large shrimp, peeled, deveined, and tails removed, 5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 3/4 teaspoon of granulated sugar, 2 garlic cloves, half of a small red onion, 1 small jalapeno, 1 large or 4 to 5 small Persian cucumbers, 1 cup of rainbow cherry tomatoes, 12 yellow corn tortillas. If you wish, flour tortillas should also work if you prefer those, 1 small avocado, 3 tablespoons of fresh chive greens, some edible flowers for optional garnish, a 1/4 cup of fresh cilantro, and 2 packed cups of romaine lettuce or any other type of lettuce you prefer. First, set a pot of water to boil. While we wait, we'll prepare the ingredients. Mince up your garlic and finely chop up your red onions. Then for your jalapeno, cut off the stem, cut it in half, remove the seeds, and then mince this up as well. For your cucumbers, cut off the stem, then cut it in half lengthwise, and then cut the half in half again so that you have 4 quarters. Then chop up your cucumber quarters into bite-sized half-inch pieces. Finally, for your cherry tomatoes, cut these in half and then cut these in half again to create 4 quarters as well. Once your ingredients are ready, your water should be boiling by now, so stir or squeeze in 2 tablespoons of the lime juice from 1 to 2 limes, and add in 1 tablespoon of salt. Then add in the shrimp. Cover with a lid and immediately turn off the heat. Keep the shrimp in the hot liquid until just cooked through, about 3 to 4 minutes. Drain the shrimp from the water and let it cool slightly before continuing. Next, cut the shrimp into half-inch pieces and place them in a large bowl. Add the remaining 6 tablespoons of lime juice from the rest of the limes, 2 tablespoons of the olive oil, the sugar, garlic, red onion, jalapeno, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Carefully stir this to combine everything, and then when it's mixed to your liking, cover with some plastic wrap and refrigerate for at least 2 hours and up to 4 hours. While we wait, we'll prepare our star chips. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, making sure that there's a rack in the upper and lower thirds of the oven. Next, we'll cut out our star tortillas, so grab or create a stencil out of cardboard or freehand it. I recommend cutting 1 tortilla at first to get the shape correct, then you can use that as a guide to cut multiple tortillas at the same time. Also, make sure to keep any scraps for later. Then when you're done, divide the tortilla stars between 2 large baking sheets, brush them all over with some of the remaining olive oil, and season liberally with some salt. Bake it in the oven until it's lightly browned in spots and crispy, about 15 to 20 minutes, flipping once and rotating the baking sheets from top to bottom and vice versa once after 10 minutes. Once they're done, transfer the baked stars to a wire rack to cool, and leave the oven on. Next, let the baking sheets cool, and we'll repeat this to cook the scraps. Divide the tortilla scraps between the baking sheets, spreading them out in a single layer. Brush the scraps with more of the olive oil, and season liberally with salt. Bake this as well until it's also lightly browned in spots and crispy, about 15 minutes, flipping the scraps over and rotating the baking sheets top to bottom and vice versa, once after 8 minutes instead, since these are smaller in size. Once they're done, transfer the scraps to the wire rack to cool completely as well. When you're ready to serve the dish, we'll prepare the rest of the ingredients. So for your avocado, cut it in half, remove the pit, and then remove the flesh and dice it up into bite-sized pieces. Finally mince up your chives and roughly chop up your cilantro. Then when you're ready, stir the avocado, chive greens, and cilantro into the shrimp ceviche. Make sure to taste for seasoning and add some more salt if needed. Then, to plate the dish, scatter 1/4 of your lettuce on a large serving plate, then drizzle with some of the shrimp marinade. Next, scoop a 1/3 cup of the ceviche onto the center of the lettuce, and then top with 1 star tortilla chip. Layer with another scoop of ceviche, another star tortilla chip, more ceviche, and top with the 1/3 star tortilla chip. Then garnish with some of the edible flowers if desired. Repeat to make the 3 additional servings and serve immediately with a bowl of the baked tortilla scraps alongside. And with that, your lucky lunch is ready to eat. Since last year, I've been wanting to make a dish from Stardew Valley for this month, but there wasn't any official cookbook for it, and a lot of the recipes in the game are just normal dishes in real life. But there are a couple dishes unique to the game, and the one that I was planning on doing was this one, the Lucky Lunch. I was initially going to create my own recipe for this, but as it turns out, since I last checked, there actually is now an official Stardew Valley cookbook, which is funnily enough coming out this very week. So you should be able to get a copy from your favorite bookstore very soon. And luckily, I was able to get a preview of this particular recipe in the book from the book's website. Stardew Valley is one of my favorite games that I've played. As someone who's been a big fan of farming sims since the Harvest Moon game I got with my GBA as a kid, Stardew Valley takes all of the good things from those games and adds so much to it to make it even better. So much so that it is now one of the most best-selling games of all time, with more than 30 million copies sold. And it's even more impressive that it was all developed by just one person. I especially love the cooking aspect of the game, since there's so many things that you can make, and it rewards you for exploring the many things that you can do in the game to collect a bunch of different ingredients. Speaking of which, the Lucky Lunch is a bit of a tricky recipe to make in the game, only available to learn during the 28th day of spring of your second year, or during reruns afterwards. The Lucky Lunch requires ingredients from every season, with the jazz flower only growable in the spring, and the corn used to make the tortilla only growable in the summer and fall. And for the sea cucumber, this is only obtainable in the fall and winter at the beach. But this dish is well worth the effort, since it gives you +3 to your luck for 11 minutes and 11 seconds, making it the best craftable luck boost to your character. Speaking of sea cucumbers though, of course the IRL version of the dish uses shrimp instead of sea cucumber, but I think that that's a good substitute, since sea cucumbers are really difficult to find, and most people would probably be put off by its slimier texture compared to the much more palatable shrimp. Though if you do have access to sea cucumbers and you like them, I think you could easily substitute them into this dish to make a more authentic version of this super helpful and delicious dish. But regardless of what seafood you use, if you're looking for a refreshing and easy to make dish, at least in real life, to potentially bring some good luck into your life, I highly recommend making some Lucky Lunch. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. In the comments below, let me know how it went if you decided to make it, and let me know if there's anything you want me to make next. Like the video, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to this channel for more episodes of the Max AC channel. And remember, if you want to stay cool in the kitchen, turn your AC to the max and watch the Max AC channel.